Minutes of the last meeting. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Second.
On the question, all in favor? Aye. Okay. Opportunity for the public to address the board, agenda items only. Okay. Motions. Mar? 224087, Clerk of Judicial Records.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon.
Hi, I'm Maury Kelly, Lackawanna County Clerk of Judicial Records. I'm here to make a motion to accept the salaries presented for the 2023 budget of the Lackawanna County Clerk of Judicial Records Office.
We have a second
I'll second.
on the question. All in favor? Aye. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Commissioners, 224072.
This is a motion to create the part-time confidential assistant at $23 per hour. Mr. Chairman.
Okay. And do I have a second
Oh, second.
on the question? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. 224073.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, the following are to make the following changes in the titles from Deputy Director of Tax Claim to Director of Tax Claim, Deputy Director of Arts and Culture to Director of Arts and Culture. We're taking away the acting from the Chief Information Officer and just making it Chief Information Officer. Deputy Director of Purchasing to Director of Purchasing, Deputy Director of Insurance and Risk Management to Director of Insurance and Risk Management, Deputy Director of Community Corrections to Director of Community Corrections, and Deputy Director of Community Relations to Director of Community Relations, Deputy Director of Emergency Management to Director of Emergency Management, Deputy Director of 911 and 911 Coordinator to Director of 911 and 911 Coordinator. Mr. Chairman.
We have a motion. I'll second it on the question.
I just want to say that I've wanted to do this since we started our administration, so it makes things so much cleaner, doesn't it, Brian?
It does.
So,
They're always being asked, I want to talk to your director. There is no director.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So, I'm
thank
glad.
you. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, 224076.
Hello. Motion to approve the Roads and Bridges SEIU Memorandum of Understanding.
Okay, I'll second that on the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
224087.
It's a motion to accept the salaries as presented in the 2023 budget, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, we have a motion. I'll second that. And on the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Human Services, 224074. Mr. Browning?
I'd like to make the motion to approve the position of juvenile guardian ad litem at a salary of $25,000.
Do I have a second?
Did you? I'll
I said,
second.
do I- you second? Okay. On the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you. 224077, Department of Health, Mr. Browning.
I'd like to make the motion to change the title of Deputy Director of Community Health and Emergency Preparedness to Deputy Director of Public Health Policy and Strategy, and to increase the salary from $65,000 to $70,000.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
On the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Gare? Prison, 224079.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the Lackawanna County American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees, AFSCME, Prison Unit Collective Bargaining Memorandum of Understanding to commence January 1st, 2023, and expire December 31st, 2027.
Thank you. Do we have a second? On the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 224088. Mr. Betty?
I'd like to make a motion to increase the salary of the Deputy Warden of Security to $81,844 for 2023.
That is what the, that's not the
Isn't it
number.
79,848?
What his motion was correct. He's going off of the 2023 numbers.
Yeah,
You're going off the 2023, okay.
I meant to
that's
say
fine.
20.
So the 3 deputy wardens will all make the same.
Yes.
I'll second.
Okay, on the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. 224090.
I'd like to make a motion to increase the salaries for lieutenants for the year 2023 to $73,524.
Do I have a second? On the question?
Warden, you have 10 lieutenants, right?
Yes,
And they're all filled?
yes.
Are any of them in line for retirement within the near future?
There's one individual, I would say, potentially.
Okay,
Just one.
okay. When do I, so my position is with regard to this is that, the reason why I asked that question is that we have 10, the whole reasoning behind it, and it does make sense, is that the sergeants are in the union and the sergeants also get time and a half, right? Is that,
For overtime.
Yes.
Overtime
When
or
they
whatever
work
it is.
overtime, yes.
so the lieutenants are out of the union and they don't get overtime. So the basis behind giving them this $1,500 bump is because what's the incentive for a sergeant to want to be a lieutenant?
Exactly, yes.
But my position is that they're already making, I think, $4,300 more than sergeants, and there is a trade-off. I mean, yeah, they're coming out of the union. We have people come out of the union every day to become directors or deputy directors, and it's called, you're going up the chain of command and you're trying to further your career. So, and that combined with the fact that we have 10 lieutenants that are filled and no vacant positions, I think it's premature. I don't think it's needed. And it's not because I don't believe that our lieutenants who are shift commanders do a good job, and I understand that they have a lot of responsibility. But in light of the fact that, we aren't exactly a wealthy county, to say the least, I just don't think we should be giving out these raises. So for that reason, when Jerry, I'm going to vote against it when Jerry does ask for a vote.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Second.
On the question, all in favor?
Nay.
Okay. 224086.
A motion to create one additional correctional officer position at a salary of $46,670 for the year 2023.
I'll second.
Second. On the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you. Courts, 224075. Mr. Castellano?
Good afternoon. I make a motion to redistribute the funds for the following judicial staff in the office of the Honorable Judge Moyle, retroactive to June 27th of 2022. Reduce the salary of the one law clerk position from $40,495 to $9,162, thereby allowing us to increase the salary of the secretary from $48,112 to $61,630, and increasing the salary of a law clerk position from $43,714 to $61,630. This is budget neutral because it's simply a redistribution of existing funds.
Anyone have any questions? Okay, I have a second. Question, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
224089.
I make a motion to create the position of Orphans Court Master at a salary of $59,609.
Okay, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Question, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye,
Thank you.
224087.
I make a motion to accept the salaries as presented in the 2023 budget for the Court of Common Pleas.
I'll second.
Question, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Merry Christmas.
You
You
too.
too. Controller, 224087.
Yes, I make a motion to accept the salaries as presented in the 2023 budget.
Okay, I'll second that. On the question? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Coroner, 224087.
Hi, Tim.
Hello.
Hello.
I make a motion to accept the salaries for coroner as indicated in the 23 budget.
I'll second.
On the question? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank
Merry
you.
Christmas.
You too.
Merry Christmas. District Attorney, 224078. Mr. Powell? No?
It's actually Joanne.
Motion to approve the District Attorney's Office SEIU Memorandum of Understanding.
I'll second.
On the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
224080. Mr. Powell.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have several requests, all budget neutral due to the loss of two key personnel who have been promoted to outside agencies at greater salaries. The first is 22-4080, and that is a motion to change the title of Assistant Chief to Detective.
I'll second.
On the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 224081.
That is a motion to increase the salary of the Chief County Detective from $74,673 to $83,308. And again, this is a neutral budget request.
Second.
On the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. 224082.
This is a motion to increase the salary of Assistant DA from $48,640 to $50,060. Again, a neutral budget request.
Okay, I have a second.
Second.
On the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 224083.
This is a motion to change the title from Assistant DA to Deputy DA and to increase the salary from $51,250 to $57,200. Again, a neutral budget request.
Second.
On the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 224084.
This is a motion to increase the salary of the auto theft attorney from $52,101 to $56,451. Again, a neutral budget request.
Second. On the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 224085.
This is a motion to reduce the salary of a deputy DA once it becomes vacant from $65,070 to $55,070. I believe that's a typo on the agenda at $55,000 even. Therefore, I formally request the motion to reduce the budget by $10,000.
Second.
On the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 224087.
Lastly, the motion to accept the salaries as presented in the 2023 budget.
Second.
On the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you all. Happy holidays.
You too. Thank you. Recorder of Deeds, 224087.
Aye.
Hi, Margie Kelly, representing Evie McNulty. Motion to accept the salaries as presented in the 2023 budget for the Recorder of Deeds.
Second. Oh.
On the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Register of Wills, 224087.
I am Tracy Doherty for Fran Kovaleski. Motion to accept the salaries of the Register of Wills as presented in the 2023 budget.
Second.
On the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Sheriff, 224087.
Afternoon, John
Tagg.
Tagg, Chief Deputy, representing Sheriff Mark McAndrew. I'd like to make a motion to accept the salaries presented in the 2023 budget.
Second.
I'll second that. On the question,
He's second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Treasurer, 224087.
Mr. Chairman, the treasurer grabbed me in the hallway earlier. He had a meeting at 2 o'clock. He was going to try to get here by 2:30, so I will read it for him on his behalf. It's a motion to accept the salaries as presented in the 2023 budget for the treasurer's office.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Second.
On the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Aye.
Opportunity for the public to address the board. Nobody here. Members under business. I'm going to entertain a motion to adjourn.
I have something under my mind.
Oh, okay.
So I really struggled with the whole concept of budget neutral for a couple of reasons, and I just feel like I need to, I did vote in favor of these requests First, I want to commend our directors, our judges, our court system for acknowledging the good work of their employees and wanting to reward those employees by increasing their salaries. However, a couple issues that I have with it, the first of which is there's such a huge disparity across the county with regard to salaries. It's just, there's some huge disparities, and the disparity just keeps getting further and further and further apart when we keep increasing some salaries and not others. The other thing is, just because it's budget neutral doesn't mean that we shouldn't look at it and actually determine whether or not it's needed. So, for example, say there's, a director wants to eliminate a position in their department, and they eliminate the position, and it was a $50,000 position. Let's just leave medical out of it for purposes of my very simplistic example. So they eliminate that position, and they have $50,000. So then they allocate that $50,000 to people within their department, which, again, I'm not against people getting raises in general. However, by the skin of our teeth, our revenue department reduced our $8 million deficit. And he explained to us, Dave Balzoni, that a lot of what he did was, first-time magic, or one-time magic, not first-time, one-time magic, meaning he pulled a rabbit out of the hat. Doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to have the same result next year. So we need to get to a point where we're cutting expenses. Jerry always says that, we need to increase revenue or decrease expenses, or else we're going to, continue to be in the red. And Jerry's big thing is on economic development. One of the hindrances to economic development was reassessment. We fixed that. We're in the process of it by passing reassessment. However, generating revenue, recurring revenue, not one-time revenue, recurring revenue, it takes time. So the only alternative to that is to cut expenses. Well, there's two alternatives, but to cut expenses. If we don't do one or the other, increase recurring revenue or cut the expenses, then we shift the burden to our taxpayers, and we're going to have to increase taxes. I won't do that as long as I see that there are expenses that can be cut. So I'm just respectfully requesting that moving forward, because we don't want to burden our taxpayers any more than they've already been burdened by the tax increase that occurred in 2020, that moving forward, when something is budget neutral, if you eliminate a position that's $50,000, I think Mary Jo used the term, it would go back into the general fund coffer and reduce their line item of salaries within their budget, right? Am I okay? I don't want to misstate anything. So it does have an effect. So all these positions added up, could save us a good chunk of change. And I don't think people do that. They're just like, oh, it's free money. It's like if you have nothing and you win the lottery and you win $1,000 and you go and you spend $800. Okay, should I spend the other $2 and then be broke again, or should I put it away? So I really encourage the row officers, our directors, and the court system, the judges. It's just to really consider the impact that this is going to have on the residents, because we're just, as famous saying of Judge Barrace, we're kicking the can down the road. That's all we're doing. And if we don't start tightening our belts, it's not going to be good for any of us. So again, it's not against any of our employees. We have good employees, and I commend the people who want to increase their salaries, because a lot of people, they're not making great salaries here. You don't come to the county to get rich, let's be honest. But at the same time, you have to consider this. I mean, it's public service. That's what we do here. So I'm just asking everybody to think about the taxpayers next year when you're considering budget neutral, because it may be budget neutral. That does not mean that it has no effect. It does. And I passed things today But next year, I'm just not doing it. I mean, we have other members of the salary board, but it's time that we start looking at our expenses and start having the hard conversations, the tough conversations, and doing the, you know, I don't know what you would say, the unpopular way of doing things is to cut expenses. That's what we need to do. So having said that, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Anything, Chris?
Merry Christmas, everyone. Thank you for all that you do.
Merry Christmas.
Okay, thank you. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
Second. Okay, on the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.